Hey, what's up, guys? Mo Hunt Silver, and this is going to be episode 2 for my channel's Lincoln Hunt and Fill series for these albums that I have in front of me. And this episode will be a 2-box hunt. We do have a Loomis box that's circulated, and I did look at our enders here that we have, and I believe it's this roll right here. If you guys can see it, if it wants to focus. That's going to be a 1953 out of Denver, right there, Ender. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have a Brinks box, which is circulated, and I did notice that we have 2 Canadian Enders somewhere in the box here, but they're all mixed. They're mixed in somewhere. So, but we'll come up to them eventually in the hunt here. Like I said, this is episode 2, and Episode 1, we were able to fill 96 of our 285 spots, so I'd say we did pretty good. In only one box, the first episode was, and included in 3 varieties that we also found in that box, being a 1972 FS-106, we found a 2011 DDO-002, and a 2000 Wide AM that was in pretty good condition. So I'm hoping that these 2 boxes we have just as much luck in, and we're able to fill a lot more spots. This first book here, we were only able to put 1 cent in place in there so far, and it would be nice to at least get maybe 2 or 3 more for that book. But other than that, we're gonna do this Loomis box first here, and we'll get into it. I'll move our books off to the side, and we'll start looking through these rolls. We'll be checking for any errors or varieties, just like what we found in episode 1. Wheat cents, Indian heads, proofs, or anything else cool. So I might do this in 10 roll increments as well, because I have 2 boxes here. So I'll be back when I'm finished going through the first 10 rolls, and we'll see what we can find here. Well, our first 10 rolls are going to give us 5 wheat cents. Our first being a 1939 Philadelphia, which is pretty cool because that's another edition for the first book of the series. And then we had a 1944 Philadelphia, 1949 Philadelphia, and then a 1956 Denver, and a 1957 Philadelphia. All pretty common, but good to see one that's pre-1940, though. Rolls 11 through 20 were pretty good rolls, I'd say. We were able to get another pre-1940s wheat cent here, and it's going to be a 1930 Philadelphia. That's going to go in the book. And then we got another 1944 Philadelphia right here. And then we got 4 from the 50s. We got a 56 Philadelphia, a 52 Denver, 52 San Francisco, and a 57 Denver. And we also did get, I'm going to show this one too, a blazer of a 1959 Philadelphia to put in the book. Beautiful. All right. The next 10 rolls, that would be roll number 21 through roll number 30, are going to give us 4 more wheat cents. And we're going to have 1 from the 40s here, 1946. And then we're going to have 3 from the 50s, but I have to show you the last one from the 50s. We have a 1950 Denver right there. And then a 1955 Philadelphia, not the DDO. And then the last one for these 10 rolls that we found is a blazer of a 1957 Philadelphia right here. This thing is beautiful. That is awesome. All right. Great addition for the book, too. All right, so we got the next 10 rolls done here. That would be rolls number 31 through 40. And we're going to get a total of 6 finds out of those 10 rolls. 5 of them being wheat cents, and I will just show them to you here real quick. So we got a 1953 Denver, which was an ender on roll number, I think it was roll number 35. That was an ender on. Then we had a 1946 Denver, 1946 Philadelphia right here, and a 1941 Philadelphia. Does not have any of the possible DDOs that it could have. And then a 1952 Denver. Not too bad there. And then we were able to do it again, but we pulled another 1998, and I'll throw it under the scope. And we have another 98 wide AM. This one's not in near as good a shape as the last one, but I'll always take it. That's the second one in like a month and a half. And then the last penny box, we found a 2000 wide AM. So, pretty cool. Okay, box number 1 of this hunt is hunted now. And it gave us 4 more wheat cents in the last 10 rolls. All from the 50s here. We got a 1952 Philadelphia right there. And that's the reverse side. Then we got a 1955 Denver right here. There's the reverse of that one. And then we also got a 1953 Denver and a 1956 Denver. So that's not too bad. That'll give us a total of 24 wheat cents for this first box. And then we also got, I believe this to be, it's a 1959 Denver, but I believe this, from what I was looking at here under the scope, but this kind of looks like a slight lamination error. I mean, I'm not 100% if it is, but that's pretty much what it looks like to me. And that'd be pretty cool if it is. You guys will have to let me know what you think. But and then our copper for box number 1, which is quite a bit here compared to what I've been getting lately. And we're going to have 3 pounds and 4 ounces. A little over 3 pounds, 4 ounces of copper. Not bad. That's pretty good. So, we'll move on to box number 2. I'll get that up on the desk here. And I'll get our finds cleared out of the way for box number 1. And I'll be back after the first 10 rolls of box number 2. Alright guys, I got the first 10 rolls of box number 2 here hunted now. And I will say that this box is definitely starting off a lot slower than the first one. We were only able to pull 2 wheat cents so far. A 1947 Philadelphia right here. And then a 1953 Philadelphia. That's pretty worn and beat up right there. And then 3 Canadian cents so far, right here. A 1985, 1987, and a 1981. So far that's it. We'll see what the next 10 rolls can give us. Hopefully a lot more wheat cents. Maybe an Indian head. Alright, well, we have the next 10 rolls hunted now. That'll be rolls 61 through 70 of the box, or of the hunt, I mean. And rolls 11 through 20 of the box. And we were able to get 3 more wheat cents here. And first being in 1944, and that's going to be a San Francisco. That's pretty chewed up. It's cool to have that, though. Don't get many of those on this this side of the country. 1948 then is our next one. Right there. And that's going to be a Philadelphia. And then a 1952 Denver. So there's our 3 wheat cents. We were able to also pull 1 more foreign cent here, a Canadian from 1964. That should be the Young Head. Right there. And then 2 more 2009s. A formative years and a presidency. They're both Philadelphias. That is it so far. And I'm really hoping the next 10 rolls heat up a little bit more. Well, this second box definitely isn't doing as good as the first box, because our next 10 rolls, all we're going to get are two foreigns, a 1979 Canadian cent here, and then a 1999 cent with the pig, and that's going to be from Bermuda. So that's it out of those 10 rolls. So we'll see what the next 10 rolls can give us. And I believe we have 20 rolls in total for this box. So we'll see what we can get. Alright, so rolls 81 through 90 for this hunt are going to give us actually quite a few more finds here. We were able to pull one more Canadian cent there, 1979. And then we actually did find a wheat cent from the teens here. There we go. It's going to be a 1919 Philly. It is pretty worn. That's to be expected, but pretty awesome though. That's 104 years old right there. Definitely take that. Then we have a 1941 Philly, and I did check it under the scope already. It's not a DDO of any kind. And we had another San Francisco wheat cent here in 1945. Not bad. And then three more 50s to add. 1951 Denver, 56 Denver, and a 55 Philadelphia. Not the DDO. But not bad. Pretty good. Alright, 10 more rolls to go, and we'll see what else we can get to finish up this hunt. Oh, and I also almost forgot one more thing that we found too, guys. I have it under the scope over here. But we were able to pull a 2018 DDO. And let me focus this here a little bit better. There we go. You can see it in the date there a little bit. And it's really hard to tell on this one because it is dirty. But the date, and you can see it a little bit in Liberty. But I could really tell from In God right up here at the top in the motto. That's really, really thick compared to what it should be. And let me get back to the correct listing here. There we go. And there you can see what the 2018 looks like on the date. And that's pretty much what mine looks like. It's like pretty much the same thing, the one that I found here. And then we'll scroll down some. There you can see the thickness in God, and that's what we have on ours. And then Liberty as well is also thicker, and there's more on the date. And then if you flip the coin over to the reverse side, you should have two die chips here, is what they're calling it on Variety Vista, on the reverse side. And I'll take us back to the microscope, and I'll flip ours over. And right here you can see those die chips. There is some damage right at them, but they are there. So that's pretty cool. 2018 DDO as well. I just wish it was in better shape. Well, alright guys. These last 10 rolls of this box were actually extremely productive. We were able to get 8 more wheat cents. 5 more from the 40s here. A 1945 Philadelphia. A 1946 Philadelphia, 1949 Denver, and then 2 1944 Denvers that I did throw under the scope, but I'll just show you guys here. They're not the repunched mint mark or anything like that. Neither one of them are. Then we were able to get 3 from the 50s, a 1952 Denver. It looks like it's been cleaned and trashed all kinds of different ways. And then a 1957, it's kind of hard to see there, the Denver mint mark. Again, another one that's been trashed pretty bad. And then our last 50s here is a 1958 Denver. So that's pretty cool. We got 8 wheat cents there for the last 10 rolls. We did get one more foreign here, being a 2004 Canadian. So that's going to go up with our other Canadians there. And I did come across a 1970 here. I thought that 0 If you guys can see it. I thought that zero looked kind of funny. So I took a look at the motto, and if you check out Variety Vista, it's really hard to see, but it's kind of there. But here, we're going to go over to Variety Vista here right now. And this is going to be the DDO -001 for the 1970. And I'll just page and pan down through here. But the letters in the motto are extremely thick on this one, and really kind of what gave it away for me was the E here. And I'll go back to the microscope. You can just barely see this line here in the E on the example that I found. And there's the zero. So that's what kind of gave it away for me. So there's some die markers on the back you can look for, but this is definitely going to be the 001. Let's see. But there's that zero again. And then we'll go up here to the E. And this is a worn coin, but you can see that line in the E in the center there. And kind of in the O. And God, you can just see it over here. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So we got that. And then I'm surprised, this is my first one, but fourth overall. First of this kind. And we got a blank planchet. And I'll turn my little scale on here that I weigh all my 82s and 83s on. Throw it on the scale. And that's going to be a copper one this time. The previous three blank planchets that I found have all been zinc. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, just give me a second here then, and I'll be right back with a wrap up for this box and see how we did in total. Alright guys, well this is going to be everything for box number 2 that we found. Looks pretty good to me. It's a nice wide mix of finds here that we got. Including a bunch of wheat cents here. So we have one from the teens up here, being the 1919, if it'll focus. It's probably not going to, it's kind of worn. Then we have 10 from the 40s, all ranging from 1941 up to 1949. And then we were able to fetch 8 from the 50s, and earliest being in 1951, I believe. Yep. And then all the way up to 1958. We scored 4 2009s, only 3 different designs out of them. And then we got 7 Canadian foreign cents here, and then 1 from Bermuda with the pig. Our copper finds were much better in this box as well, with a total of 2 pounds, 10.6 ounces. So that is much better than our previous hunt as well. I believe that's going to give us a total of a little over 5 pounds between the 2-box hunt here in total. And let's see. And then here for our varieties that we found in this box, we have a 98 wide AM. Pretty average condition right there. And then we got the 2018 DDO. Found my first copper blank planchet. And then a 1970 DDO. That's pretty cool. Got a bunch of cents here between the both boxes that we hunted that I'm going to compare to the album already. Or the ones that we already have. Plus, I know there's a bunch of new ones that are going to be going into the album, especially with these wheat cents between both boxes. I mean, box number 1, we got a total of 19 wheat cents, excuse me. And box number 1, we got a total of 24. So, I mean, that's an average of 21.5 wheat cents per box. That's pretty good for this, for a 2-box hunt and what I've gotten lately. I'm extremely happy with this one. And I also was going through few of the copper cents that I had up here, and I saw this one, and I know we have a much nicer example already in the stack up here. But I looked at it under the scope once again just to check it closer, and we actually did have an RPM. And that would be RPM number 36. And I'll throw it under the scope here for you guys so you can see it. It's not an easy one to spot, but you can see a little bit of the D underneath the primary D, like right here. There's some, and there's a little bit going up through the center. But the major telltale on this one that I found on Variety Vista is the die chip in the building right here. So, pretty cool. I almost threw that into the copper jar. That would not have been good. But, alright guys, so I'll be back here now when I have all of our finds from this hunt plugged into our albums, and we'll take a quick look at them, and we'll see when I get that done. Alright, so this is going to be the quick look of the albums then. For this episode, boxes 2 and 3, we were able to add 40 more spots in these albums altogether, giving us a total now of 136 out of 285 spots that we could possibly be filling here. And we already upgraded a few wheat cents as well. The 1944 Philadelphia, the 1946 Philadelphia, the 52 Denver, and also the 53 Denver. So you'll get to see those upgrades along with what used to be in the spot from box number 1. So we'll get right into it here, and we'll just start looking at the books quick so far. So we were able to add another page in the first book, because we got that 1919. Added a couple more on page number 2 here. And then you can see our upgrades. Of course, my shadow is going to be in the way. But 1944 and the 46. And then there's 2 more of our upgrades, the 52 Denver and the 53 Denver. So, not bad. Pretty good here so far for only doing 3 boxes of pennies. And then we're into our zinc cents here in this book here. So, not too bad. We're getting some really nice looking ones too. But, yeah, so. And there's the whole picture. So not bad. If you guys are enjoying this series so far, remember to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification so you get notified when the next episode comes out. But thanks for watching.